Okay, moving along, we're going to go to the meetings area now. The meetings area is a little bit more complex than the previous version of the Boardroom web. So we're going to spend a little bit more time here than we do in other areas. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new meeting, and we're going to call this the August board meeting. And we'll select it. It's going to be on the 27th. We'll say it's at 6 p.m. Location is going to be the boardroom. We're going to leave topic and notes blank for now. We'll click create meeting. Okay, so now we have a meeting created. When we're on the meetings tab, we can import the events, the meetings into a calendar that is an iCalendar formatted format. So you can click add to calendar, that will download the information just like it would in the calendars area. But what we're going to do now is we're going to click August board meeting. So since I'm a meeting space administrator, I can edit events or edit this board meeting's details. We're going to not edit anything here. We're just going to click cancel. I just wanted to show that you can edit those properties. And then much like the files area, we can create different folders to be used within this meeting and then add files to those folders. So a lot of people have board packets that they like to mirror their folders to resemble their board packet. So they may have a folder called roll call, and they may have a folder called previous minutes, and then they may have another folder called president's address, so on and so forth. So as you name those folders, they're going to sort alphabetically. So if you need them sorted in a special way, you'll have to name your folders so they're sorted properly. But what we can do is we can go ahead and drill into a specific folder and then upload a file to that folder. Now, I didn't create any samples here, so I'm just going to upload the policy document that we used in our previous example here. And then I'm going to upload the form as well. And then we'll go back and we'll upload another document over here. Okay, so now that we have all these documents that are being contributed to this meeting, we now have the ability to say, okay, this meeting is taking place and we want to make this a permanent record. We don't want anyone to be able to come into this meeting. We don't want them to be able to remove information or add any new information. So now I'll click the edit button. I'm going to say, yes, I want to lock this meeting space. And we'll click save. And now what that does is it turns off all of the abilities for an administrator to add files or remove files. If you did make a mistake and you are a meeting space administrator or have full control to this area, you can come back in and just unlock it, and you'll be able to contribute information. I really encourage you to spend some time learning about some of the new features within the Meetings tab. It's pretty elaborate. There's a lot of new things you can do, such as attaching an action item list to a specific meeting. You can attach a specific message to a meeting, and then also votes. I'll show you how to do that when I sign up a vote, and we'll visit this area again. Next up, we're going to briefly take a look at the messages area. In my initial screencast on getting started with the Boardroom web, I showed how to create a message. So we'll create another message. And since we're going to go on a retreat, let's plan where we're going to have dinner. And so the idea here is that we want to just have a discussion about this. So I went ahead and created the message, and then other people could come in here and they could leave a comment. Maybe they want to go to Wings Bar and Grill. So they can leave a comment, and that will show up under the message. If we go ahead and click back to messages, we can see that our previous message got bumped down a little bit, and our latest message is right up there. Messages, there's not a whole lot of complexity to them. I think it's pretty simple and straightforward. The people's area is a index of all the people who have access to this specific meeting space. So a couple things we can do in this area. We can email all of the people in the meeting space from the People tab. A special thing to note is accounts have to have their email addresses validated. So as you can see, there's only one person in the to line here out of the 2 people that have access to this meeting space. That means that the auto test account has not validated their email address. So we're not going to try to deliver an email message to them until it's been validated. I'll cover in a different screencast on how to set up your account. So we'll go ahead and click back to the People tab. So that's the People's area real quickly.